Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Basketball Report, your only place to get the best basketball information and podcast in Africa. Also, only. So, today we're continuing preview for the upcoming 21-22 season, and today we're doing the Golden State Warriors. Anything to say about the Golden State Warriors? Comes to mind?
How shit is Draymond Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Golden State, I would say the injury, Klay Thompson injury, for 2 seasons is out, and you said he was coming back when?
Maybe Christmas.
Maybe.
Season.
And the problem, maybe, and we know last time he came also back, and
it could be earlier, it could be later, but let's just say Christmas this season.
the problem is they're sitting with dead weight. Okay, firstly, Klay, we don't know how Klay is going to be when he comes back. We don't know,
I mean, that's two major injuries. That's
Two major
2 years
injuries.
without playing. Yes, he is a good shooter.
and it's
but,
ACL.
But it's ACL and the other one's Achilles.
So it's, we all know what happened to D-Rose. But D-Rose...
Cousins as well.
Cousins. So we will see. The problem with dead weight is they're sitting here with Draymond Green, who takes about 24 million a year. And what does this guy mean to the team? Absolutely nothing. We saw in the playing game, they could have gone through if it wasn't for Draymond Green.
Poor shooting.
Poor passing, poor everything.
His turnovers rate. Yes, he's a good passer in the sense that he has good players around him. So I do think his numbers are very influenced by his supporting cast.
Definitely.
Obviously, it was a lot of years where Draymond was praised, and even Tuga gave him like a 90 rating. And then all of a sudden, KD left. Klay Thompson was injured. Curry broke his hand. But Draymond had the opportunity to show the world what he can do, and he did absolutely nothing. And now Curry came back, and all of a sudden, this guy averages like 8 assists, and you're like, that's solid. But look,
It's
Curry. It's Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry had one of the best seasons ever, of all time for a point guard last season. Very, very good season from him. So he's playing off of players like Curry. And yes, it does make the team better by raising the floor. But obviously, look, I think Draymond Green needs to be traded. Klay Thompson, he's done a lot for this franchise.
I think it's time.
So maybe it's also time to...
But actually we're not reviewing it.
we're not reviewing it, Rob. Just looking at this season, what they have on the
moves
roster.
they made. They got Andre Iguodala back. Do I think it's a good move?
That means nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing. Like looking at...
They got by Licha, that's a good move.
A good move, okay.
It gives them shooting. They still got Wiseman. Maybe Wiseman wasn't the right pick. Maybe they should have gotten Ball. I mean, that's just nitpicking at this stage because they thought Klay was going to be back. So obviously,
but
if they took LaMelo, it wasn't going to work out, just like it didn't work out with D'Lo. But still, now Wiggins...
Yeah, and Wiggins also, he's not even... The team isn't good. The only good player on this team is Curry at the moment. And that's that. The problem is this team... I don't see any competitive or... So, nothing convinces me that they're going to go far.
This
in
team
this
is
season.
going to be very hit or miss because apart from Curry and also Curry, this team is heavily based on 3-point shooting. Looking at the starting players, let's say it's Curry, Wiggins, and Otto Porter Jr. I do like the move of Otto Porter, and obviously Licha. All good 3-point shooters. But what if the shots aren't falling? Then this team is going to be very poor. And obviously defensively is also a major issue for this team.
No.
Not only paint defense, but also
how are you going to stop
perimeter?
Somebody like Giannis?
No, even anybody on the Lakers or anyone from Dallas, anyone from the Nets. I mean, half of the league.
How do you stop
Kawhi? Defend. Obviously, on the other side of the spectrum is how you're going to stop Curry. But let's say the other team focuses on Curry, it's fine. But what are you going to do? What is the Golden State going to do? I mean, it's time for Steve Kerr to really show is he a good coach or not. This is a massive season for the Golden State Warriors. Really, really big season for them. I think if this season goes bad,
it's time.
It's rebuild
time to hit that button. I would say keep Curry, remove everybody. Keep Wiseman also because you can build around him. And,
Maybe just look how Clay looks.
oh, yeah, just
If he comes back and he's good, I mean, sure. Well, not good, but just 85% of what he was. Sure. I mean, say, keep him. Let's see what he can do because Klay Thompson relies on his shooting. So I don't think the injuries will affect his shooting too much. Obviously, he just needs to get in his stride again. So maybe you can still keep that Curry-Clay combination. But Draymond, it's time. But they gave him extension. The big problem with this team as well, highest paid salary in the entire NBA.
Yeah, 177 million.
And they were in the play-in games last season. Play-in games.
So I don't know how much they over the salary cap here. It's about 50 million.
I mean, the luxury tax is like 136.
Yeah, no, they are.
So they're like 40 million over the luxury tax. Not even the salary cap. And they're not even a top 8 team in the West.
My prediction for the season is, let's see what happens when Clay comes back. I'm not going to say, but they are not going, I would say, through the semis. I think if they get a solid playoff,
I think they're lucky to be in the playing games.
So I'm going to say playing games again, and then maybe they get through, and then
if they can stay afloat until Clay comes back, and if Clay is good, then I would say, okay, look, we're going to be a difficult playoff team. But the thing is, can they stay afloat? The West is good. Teams like Memphis are picking up as well. Memphis is going to be a difficult team for them to beat. So obviously there's the big hitters in the West, but then you still got those little franchises who've been rebuilding for a time, has also been getting better. And the Golden State Warriors, they're just running the same team. Like I said, Otto Porter Jr. and Bjelica, good moves, decent moves. It gives them a little bit more depth, just other than Curry, gives them good spacing. So, I mean, overall, this team still has a lot of shooting to offer. But there's major issues. Obviously, this team is overpaid. But I do think there's a lot of good things they can do this season. Obviously, trading Wiggins and Draymond for more, role players, better role players, younger role players. I think they could be a very solid team.
Yeah, I would like Wizards. There's a good option. You get Harold and Kuzma.
I mean, maybe they can do something like that as well. I mean, I'm not saying they're better, but obviously there's also a guy like Bradley Beal. Every time in every video he's brought up. I mean, you could package Wiggins, maybe a couple of picks. They got the Minnesota pick this season as well.
Yeah, like Wiggins, Draymond Green, that should cover Beal's
that's
salary.
Actually too much. I mean, but still, there's a draft pick to be added and there's a trade to be made. And I'm not saying they should go out and get the guy like Bradley Beal because he's just basically Klay Thompson.
Yeah, but the thing is, Golden State has so much pride in Curry, Clay, Draymond, and they still think they can win a championship. Yeah, I don't think they're going to win with this team. And the league has evolved.
If they're not going to evolve with the league.
Every team in the league has three-point shooting. Not at this caliber, but where's the defense for the guy that drives through the lane going for the paint? We know Stephen Curry isn't the best defender ever. Draymond Green, everybody hypes him up, but is he really good defender?
He's very overrated.
No.
He draws a lot of fouls, he gets a lot of technical fouls. I know he gets in guys' heads, and every now and again he'll have a good game, but look, at this stage, when you've been a defensive player of the year like he's been, and you've been an all-star like he's been, and all those shit he's been talking, at some point he's going to have to back that up. And the problem now is clubs are looking at him. Francis are looking at Draymond. They don't want to take on Draymond. They don't want to take that baggage, not just his personality, but his salary. They don't want to pay him that money.
Quite a lot.
Just desperate teams are going to take it. So, I mean, they fucked up when they gave him that extension. Too big, too long. I mean, that's on the Golden State Warriors' hands. They're still stuck in the past.
Yeah.
So predictions,
concluding this is
playing game.
Playing game. If they're lucky, we're all going to hear this again. Stephen Curry MVP and all that shit. I don't think Stephen Curry is going to win another one, but doesn't matter. I would say best for them. Looking here at maybe 8th.
Yeah, but if they're in the playoffs, I think it would be a successful season.
Yeah, for them. They want to win the championship, but that's not going to happen.
Realistically.
Looking at what they are facing, we are the West has strong teams. But yeah, so playing game solid. We're expecting some hate, so bring it on, please. But give a good explanation in the comments.
Comments down below. You know it's added.
Remember to like or dislike, doesn't matter, it's interaction. What's up and whatever, all that please stay stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Hit that jumper.